Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to see you here again, and today let's talk about German language. You probably know that I'm learning German now, both vocabulary and grammar. It's really interesting. I love German language and I want to learn it and speak it maybe not like a native speaker, but on a really high level. And sometimes I stumble upon some really weird and funny words, but that make a total sense. You know, there are some words that don't exist in other languages in the world, but exist in this particular language. And today I want to share with you my list of those funny German words that I love, and I just love knowing that they exist. So the first word is der Kummerspeck, which is totally perfect, and unfortunately I know what is it, like from my own experience. So this is the word that describes the excess weight that you gain when you are stressing and you eat something because of stress or because of some emotional things. So when you are emotional, stressed, or something bad happened to you and you have that urge to eat something, and then you eat in those moments or overeat, and then you gain an excess weight because of that. And yes, as I said, this is the thing I am really familiar with, because it's my own coping mechanism of stress, which is not really good. And sometimes I gain weight because I am tired or stressed. So yeah, but in German language there is a word for that, which is, I think, absolutely cool. Another word, which is verb, is verschlimmbessern. Verschlimmbessern, which is another really cool word because it describes situation when a person wanted to make something better, like to improve something, and eventually made the situation even worse, and you receive like an opposite result. You make everything even worse than it was before, which is totally funny. And I can't really remember an example from my life, like something funny for you to listen, but I think that a lot of people in everyday life face that situation when they wanted to improve something, to make something better, and then they ended up with the opposite results, with the worst results, which is, I think it's cool to have a word for that. Yeah, it's a funny word, but a really sad situation, I guess. Another word that describes the feeling that I am also really familiar with is this word Fernweh. It's like a pain, an urge to go travel, to go somewhere far away from your home. And this is the feeling that I face quite often, not like any other week, but sometimes after 2 or 3 months of spending time on the one place, going to work or something else, I usually feel that urge to go somewhere just for 1 or 2 days, change the location, to see another places, another people, to experience something. And I think that probably everybody has the same feeling, like time to time. It's not like something unique just that exists just in my life. Of course not. It's like a real word in German language. But yeah, I think it's really nice to have this word, and it's easier to describe without using a lot of words that I feel that I need to change my life, to go to another location, to rest a little bit, to experience something new, to see other people, not to see your usual people who are around with you, and not to spend time at home or at work. So without telling those long descriptions, you can just say Fernweh and everybody will understand you. One more word how you can describe your feelings auf Deutsch, it's the word Schadenfreude. It's like when you are happy and really joyful when you see another person getting into trouble or having problems or having something bad in their life, which is like, this is kind of strange word because, you know, it's some kind of inappropriate to be happy when someone else is facing some problems in life. And, you know, I think when you have some kind of this word in your language, then it says a lot about it says a lot about the mentality. Okay, I'm just joking, but anyway, it's like Schadenfreude. It's like, you know, it's really specific. One more word that I also experienced in my life is Fremdschämen. It's like when some other person does something stupid or shameful or being just in embarrassing situation, but you feel bad for that. It's like another person who does something which is embarrassing, not you, but you are seeing it or are just friends with that person, and you feel that embarrassment, that shame, which is like a really strange feeling, but I experienced it sometimes in my life. It's not really a pleasant situation when you are with someone and that person makes fool of themselves. It's like, you know, it's still a little bit painful. We also have the same, not like word, it's like two separate words, which are like Spanish shame. Spanish shame means like the same, that you are seeing another person doing something stupid and then you are embarrassed and you feel that shame. So Spanish shame is the same like Fremdschämen, which I think is a really useful word in the language because we face those situations in life, and how can you describe it? You just can use that word. And yeah, in other languages it also is like a Spanish shame. The word that also exists in German is lebensmüde, which is like the person who is tired of living. It's like literally meaning tiredness of life, lebensmüde. And you know, that word reminds me of some of my friends and colleagues who were also experiencing the same feeling, like literally tired of life. And it's so sad because, you know, people of my age, we are so young and we have to have like a lot of energy, a lot of ambitions, just to go and make this world better, to do something interesting, to just enjoy the life. And most of us are having like a really stressful jobs, stressful times in their life, having depression or some other mental problems. And we are so young and we have to be really happy and enjoy this life. And at the same time, yeah, a lot of us are lebensmüde, which is really sad, but you know, can relate because I see a lot of people with that kind of feeling. So yeah, it's sad. And another word which is, I think, somewhere really close to lebensmüde is the word Weltschmerz, which I think these two are really close to each other because of the Weltschmerz, people usually get lebensmüde. You know, I don't know, but for me it looks like so. So the Weltschmerz, it's basically the word for the feeling that world is not a perfect, so you just express your disappointment about how things happen in the world and how the world works, and we usually want to imagine world like some type of utopia, but actually it's not like that. And yeah, sometimes it's really painful, and if you get disappointed about how things work in this world, so you probably have the Weltschmerz. which I also am having sometimes when I see some things that I personally can describe as unfair, as wrong, and that I personally think that they should not exist, that things should not happen that way. But yeah, unfortunately it happens, and we are not living in the utopia. So I, and maybe also you, sometimes we experience der Weltschmerz. And the last word for today, which I think is a really beautiful word, at least for me, is the word die Waldeinsamkeit, which literally means the solitude in the forest. And I think it's really beautiful concept, even though I read a little bit that it means a lot in the religion, and also it's like something more romantical in the German literature, but it also can be described just the feeling of being lonely in the forest, when you know that feeling when you are walking through the forest and you are alone, and you are like alone in the nature, and in the same time you are like the one with the nature, which I think is a totally beautiful feeling, especially for me, because I love being in the forest and spending time in the forest. And I think that forest is my like energy place where I can soak the energy and reload. I think the forest is one of that places, because of course I love being in the mountains and sometimes near the sea, near the ocean. These are also energetic places where you can soak with the energy, but at the same time, I feel like forest is something special for me, maybe because I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' summer house when I was a child, and we were visiting forest frequently, like going for walks just for fun, or to collect mushrooms or different berries in the forest. It was totally beautiful, and I love spending my time in the forest. So yeah, this word is totally beautiful for me. I don't know, maybe it also has another meanings, but for me, for now, it's something really beautiful to experience, that lovely feeling. Yeah, I like that. So this is my list for today, some funny words in German that I really like. If you have something to add, you can leave it down below in the comments and share your opinion and your feelings regarding these words. Thank you all for watching, have a nice day, and see you in the next videos. Bye!